I'm not here to talk about TwitchCon. I'm here to talk about what was talked about at TwitchCon. But first, you can hear in my voice that TwitchCon was a great time. I just want to get sappy here for just a second and thank every single person who came up to me and said hi and got a picture with me. You guys made my entire weekend. You're the best. I'm not going to be able to talk for like a week straight. And it is what it is. It's worth it. But let's talk about Twitch. Let's talk about the changes. Let's talk about the future of the platform and what this weekend meant. Because if I were to get really unspecific about Twitch, like really zoom out on the platform, there have been two main problems with the company. First one, they've had a CEO who's been completely checked out, like completely lost touch with the community and made some really bad decisions. I'm specifically talking about 𝘈𝘓𝘔𝘓𝘚, who stepped down this year after really driving Twitch into a hole for years. But problem number two, they haven't quite figured out how Twitch fits in with the rest of the social media world, right? Like if I were to paint you a picture, if you were to take the other forms of content, video, short, and photo, most creators doing that have some kind of mix of the three. But then you've got live, sitting alone at their table eating microwave chicken tenders at the opposite side of the cafeteria. Some creators have managed to bridge that gap, but usually you're in one of those two camps. And after being in both of these camps for about 5 years now, I think that is the core of the issue that Twitch needs to figure out and needs to figure out fast. And their announcement this weekend, well, it's given us a little bit of a clue about where they're heading with this. Let's talk about the new stuff, and then I want to talk about those two things. Hey, so I'm speaking of cross-platform content. I've actually got a sponsor for you guys that you're going to want to hear about. Plus, at the end of this sponsor segment, there's a cash giveaway. The sponsor of today's video is 𝘈𝘓𝘔𝘔𝘓𝘓, and what they do is they take your live streams from Twitch or YouTube and they cut them into clips and highlights and compilations for you automatically, completely for free. No editing skills needed, no editing software needed. They just do it so you have content ready for all platforms. You just sign up on 𝘈𝘓𝘓𝘔𝘓𝘓 for a free account, and then you link it to your Twitch or your YouTube channel, and then 𝘈𝘓 watches your live streams, analyzes it for you, and uses video and audio cues to find the best moments of your stream and then cut them into those clips and compilations. And it's so sophisticated that you can even filter the compilations by kills, headshots, knockdowns, sniper kills, and victories. It's some pretty powerful software, if I'm being totally honest with you. How it works is when you're done streaming, you just select the live stream that you want them to edit for you. You let them know what game you played, and then it just goes. It just does it. And then when it's done, you can just share it to social media platforms with a single click, both horizontal and vertical, by the way. And now you got free content helping you reach a larger audience and grow your following. I say it every time with these guys because they're a great sponsor, but this really is one of those work smarter, not harder kind of tools that everyone should just be using. And as for the cash giveaway, 𝘈𝘓𝘓𝘔𝘓𝘓 is going to PayPal two of you that sign up for a free account on their site $25. So it's free money. Go sign up, use the link down in the description below, and start getting free compilations and highlights, and maybe even $25 for skins or a game or, I mean, whatever you want. It's your money. Back to the video. Okay, let's power through all the cool new stuff that Twitch announced this weekend, and then we'll get to the important stuff and the future of Twitch. First thing, stories have been officially rolled out inside the Twitch app, which, yes, they're exactly like Instagram stories, Snapchat stories, YouTube stories, which have already been added and then shut down. But where I think this is going to come in handy is it's going to be Twitch's way to schedule streams. Kind of like on YouTube, you can like schedule a stream for 6 hours from now and put up a thumbnail and get people prepped for it. You can't do that on Twitch. So I think what it's going to be is people are going to post a story saying like, hey, I'm going live in 4 hours. Make sure you're there, just so people are anticipating it. Seems like the most obvious use case to me. Next, the discovery feed, or essentially Twitch Talk, is still rolling out. I hear about 20% of users have it right now. And they're adding a bunch of features, including making it easier to make featured clips, which apparently get twice as many views as regular clips. They're also adding better integration with vertical clips going into the discovery feed. A guest star has been renamed as Stream Together and has been completely streamlined to the point where it actually seems usable now. It's now a one-time setup. They give you a Stream Together URL and you put that into OBS as a browser source, probably on its own OBS scene, so you can just switch right to it easily. And then you can give access to specific friends so they can join your stream whenever they want. So let's say you're streaming a game and one of your teammates also goes live and joins your stream. Then you just switch to your Stream Together scene inside OBS, and now they're watching both of you. I think this whole one-time setup approach is exactly what I needed for people to like start using it. Like I had zero interest in it before, and now I will probably use it whenever I stream games. They're even talking about things like shared viewership numbers and merging chat across everyone in the stream. Super interesting. Twitch is doubling the amount of animated emote slots for everyone, and people were pretty pumped about that. A second September is coming this year, but it's in December this time, so nice little holiday sub discount. I hear they're also discounting bits, so that's pretty cool. And then a handful of new chat moderation tools that seem to be pretty useful in keeping the chat safe and making it easier to ban people. All around a handful of cool updates, but the big one came at the end. Twitch is officially ending exclusivity. You are finally able to multi-stream or simulcast or whatever they're calling it nowadays. There's like 5 names for it. Multicast, restream, it's all the same. You can now stream to Twitch and YouTube and Kick at the same time. You may have noticed we've been putting a little asterisk next to my head up there. That's because Twitch also put an asterisk next to it, and I'll get to that in just a second. Multi-streaming is still a thing that we've been waiting for a really long time. And it's the big change that brings us back to the first 2 issues that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. A CEO that was out of touch, and Twitch not quite fitting in with the social media ecosystem. I actually ran into the new CEO, Dan Clancy, at In-N-Out's on the first night of TwitchCon, Thursday night. He saw me eating a midnight burger and he invited me to sit next to him, and we talked for like an hour. In fact, we actually planned a multi-stream together. It's this Thursday, which I think by the time you're watching it is like tomorrow, and it will be live not only on Twitch, but I will be live with the CEO of Twitch also on YouTube and Kick. So how's that for a cultural moment? A lot of things in that sentence that I never thought I'd hear myself say. So yeah, like the video for Kick Stream with Dan Clancy. And while you're down there, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. But the more I talk with Dan and watch what he's doing, the more I'm convinced that he was the right choice for the company. And I'm not the only one who's gotten that same energy from him. There's a new life on Twitch. People have hope in the platform again that hasn't been there in years. But back to that asterisk. Because they also updated their TOS around the multi-streaming and classic Twitch. They added some dumb rules that kind of negate the excitement around it. The 2 big dumb rules are you're not allowed to put any links to any of the other streams that you're live on, the other platforms, and you're not allowed to direct any of your viewers to those places. And then the big dumb one, like the big dumb one, is you are not allowed to combine the chats into a single chat and place that as an overlay on your stream. That one really bothers me because the only way to have a good and seamless multi-streaming experience is to have a combined chat. And you can't have a smooth combined chat inside the actual chat. You see all the stupid forwarding messages. The only way to do that is to combine them in an overlay and put that on your stream. And Twitch says you're not allowed to do that. Basically, Twitch doesn't want your viewers to even know that you're live somewhere else. They want to corral your Kick and your YouTube viewers and bring them into your Twitch stream, but they want to make sure it's a one-way street. Like real talk, it gives like real controlling significant other vibes where before your girlfriend was like, hey, you're not allowed to hang out with your friends if there are other girls hanging out with them. But then like she pulls you in close today. She's like, hey, because I'm such a cool girlfriend, I'm going to let you hang out with other girls now. Except you're not allowed to talk to them or even make eye contact with them. Like Twitch, either be controlling or don't be controlling. Like you really just got to pick one. But in talking to Dan at that late night In-N-Out escapade, Dan believes that the strength of Twitch is in the community. It's in the chatters. That Twitch stream has the best chat engagement, the most active viewers, that the viewers stay the longest. And these things are absolutely true. It's really hard to get YouTube live viewers to chat and to stay when there's a whole wall of recommended videos right next to your stream, and Twitch doesn't do that. But I think the real problem with streaming on Twitch compared to making video or short or photo content on other platforms is that in order to truly be a successful Twitch streamer, you have to be live like 30 to 40 hours a week. And I know there are anomalies, but like for the most part, if you are a top Twitch streamer, you are a full-time Twitch streamer, and that doesn't give you the flexibility to give those other forms of content the time that they need. At least not till you're hugely successful and you can hire a whole team to manage and edit everything you do. Like, there's a reason that every streamer other than the high up echelon is unable to manage a YouTube channel. So that means that by deciding to be a streamer, you're kind of forced to rule out all the other forms of content and put all of your eggs in the live streaming basket, which is especially scary considering how rare it is for someone to succeed on Twitch. So Twitch's real conundrum here is they need to find a way for its creators to become top streamers while only streaming 10 hours a week so that they can put the time needed into the other forms of content. But if they're able to do that, will Twitch's model be able to survive? Because Twitch really only makes money while you're live. And so this is kind of that core problem that I brought up to Dan while talking to him in and out. And he had mentioned that this has been something on his mind recently, and he wants to help streamers be able to lower their hours. But this does feel like this is like the hurdle for live only platforms like Twitch. So it's becoming interestingly clear that this space is going to have to continue to change because it can't continue on like this forever. And I'm going to be watching to see how Twitch decides they're going to evolve to fit this meta. But that's my opinion. I'm wondering if you got one. Do you have any thoughts on what we're talking about? Leave them in the comments down below. If you don't, just leave an emoji for engagement, and I appreciate that. And by the way, I'll be responding to some of my favorite comments with YouTube Shorts. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, happy streaming.